Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar Hub, your trusted source for accurate information, depth analysis, and timely updates regarding Iraq's ongoing financial transformation and its strategic role in global currency markets. Today we are examining a significant announcement that has captured the attention of financial analysts, institutional investors, and economists worldwide. Iraq has officially introduced the 20,000 Iraqi dinar note into circulation. While this may appear to be a simple currency adjustment, many experts interpret it as a pivotal moment in Iraq's broader economic evolution. This action signals that long-discussed monetary reforms are transitioning from conceptual planning to practical implementation, marking a clear shift toward operational reality in Iraq's financial system. For years, observers of the Iraqi dinar market have awaited tangible proof that Iraq's monetary policy discussions were materializing into actionable measures. The introduction of the new 20,000 dinar note is widely seen as that confirmation. It symbolizes growing confidence and strategic foresight from the Central Bank of Iraq (CBI). This issuance highlights Iraq's progress in implementing structural reforms, strengthening fiscal discipline, and taking deliberate steps toward integration into the international financial community. Beyond its nominal value, this note is a strategic instrument within Iraq's monetary framework, reflecting the nation's careful planning and broader economic ambitions. Placing the 20,000 dinar note between the existing 10,000 and 25,000 dinar denominations establishes a denominational bridge. Experts explain that this bridge is designed to simplify cash transactions and enhance liquidity management while gradually preparing the economy for future structural reforms, such as potential currency redomination. The note also demonstrates a methodical approach to stabilizing the monetary system and ensuring smoother transitions between price points, which will help Iraq align its currency with global standards and modern financial practices. Many analysts interpret this move as part of Iraq's deliberate strategy to improve liquidity and optimize cash circulation. By doing so, the central bank positions the dinar for eventual reforms, including the long-discussed removal of 3 zeros. Contrary to popular misunderstanding, removing zeros is a methodical redomination plan aimed at increasing the currency's real purchasing power, not a form of devaluation. Historical examples from countries like Turkey and Brazil show that such reforms often strengthen the currency and enhance credibility. The introduction of the 20,000 dinar note signals the start of a gradual transition toward a streamlined currency hierarchy. This currency release coincides with positive trends in Iraq's economic landscape, including improved stability, substantial infrastructure investment, and expanded international cooperation. Experts suggest the new note serves as a foundational step in preparing the exchange rate for eventual recalibration, ultimately ensuring that each dinar unit reflects greater real-world value. Analysts in Baghdad view this as a deliberate multi-phase reform, emphasizing operational readiness rather than symbolic action. The issuance aligns with Iraq's medium-term reform strategy, developed in consultation with international partners such as the IMF. The strategy emphasizes modernization, liquidity optimization, and compliance with international standards. Economists note that the 20,000 dinar note is not inflationary, but is intended to regulate cash flow, reduce hoarding, and support a tiered denomination system compatible with global exchange mechanisms. This approach allows Iraq to gradually phase out cumbersome, high-value notes, while preparing the groundwork for a more robust, stable currency system aligned with international norms. The global financial community has responded quickly to this development. Institutional investors, forex traders, and independent analysts are monitoring the implications closely. Recognizing the note as a sign of improved liquidity management and fiscal discipline, the coordinated effort between the CBI and leading private banks, including Rafidan Rashid and the Trade Bank of Iraq (TBI), reinforces confidence that these reforms are grounded in a comprehensive, stability-focused policy framework. The central message from Iraq's financial leadership is clear. The nation is methodically advancing toward currency, stability, exchange rate reform, and reintegration into the global financial system. Currency reforms carry psychological weight, reshaping public perception of value and rebuilding confidence. The 20,000 dinar note communicates progress, modernization, and momentum, instilling trust and optimism in Iraqi citizens after years of economic instability. Historically, currency reform has proven crucial for nations recovering from crises. Examples include the introduction of the euro, Kuwait's post-1991 currency restoration, Vietnam's dong reorganization, and Germany's post-World War II transition to the Deutschmark. These cases demonstrate a consistent four-phase pattern, signaling reform through new banknotes, consolidating reserves, controlled exchange rate, recalibration, and eventual international reintegration. Iraq's approach mirrors this model. Currently, the Iraqi dinar trades at roughly 1,310 per USD. Long-term projections consider potential parity with strong regional currencies such as the Kuwaiti dinar, which is valued near $3.25 per KD. Experts caution that such shifts would occur gradually, reflecting measured policy rather than abrupt change. The issuance of the 20,000 dinar note represents the visible start of this careful, multi-stage transformation underpinned by precise technical planning within the CBI. Behind the scenes, Iraq is executing a profound digital modernization of its financial infrastructure. Over the past 2 years, the CBI has upgraded payment systems, interbank connectivity, auditing frameworks, and collaborated with global fintech partners. These enhancements support secure digital settlements, efficient remittances, and fiscal transparency, while laying the foundation for interoperability with the international digital currency ecosystem, including the 2025 Digital Clearing Agreement with the BIS. This dual approach modernized physical currency, combined with digital innovation, positions Iraq for future integration into the global financial system. Media coverage has shifted from speculation to recognition of deliberate policy implementation. Press releases now emphasize transparency, modernization, and compliance with international standards, reflecting Iraq's deliberate and coordinated reform strategy. Observers expect further steps, including additional denomination releases, updated exchange rate announcements, and regional trade integration, marking subsequent milestones in Iraq's economic resurgence. In parallel, domestic banking institutions are upgrading infrastructure, introducing secure ATMs, and implementing biometric ID verification to comply with international anti-money laundering and KYC regulations. Globally, banks such as JP Morgan Chase and Wells Fargo maintain readiness to process Iraqi dinar transactions, signaling potential rapid activation once full compliance and international certification are achieved. These actions underscore the global significance of Iraq's financial reforms and reinforce confidence in a carefully staged modernization strategy. The release of the 20,000 dinar note represents a tangible milestone in Iraq's multi-decade journey. It validates the patience of long-term investors and signals that sustained belief in Iraq's economic potential is being rewarded. The note embodies institutional confidence, operational capability, and the perseverance of investors, marking Iraq's readiness to reassert its position on the global stage. For holders of the dinar and other regional currencies, this is a critical moment to shift from passive observation to informed preparation. Knowledge and disciplined strategy are essential for navigating forthcoming monetary changes. Monitoring liquidity, exchange stability, and reserves critical technical indicators confirms Iraq's operational readiness for the next stages of reform. The CBI's disciplined management of M2 money supply, tightening of liquidity, and enforcement of exchange regulations support this conclusion. Iraq now holds over $112 billion in foreign reserves and more than 145 tons of gold levels, among the highest in modern history. These assets, combined with improvements in domestic liquidity and exchange rate stability, indicate a technical foundation ready to support meaningful currency adjustments. The 20,000 dinar note serves as visible confirmation that Iraq's financial mechanics are functioning as intended, setting the stage for the next phase of reform. Across social and investor networks, sentiment is shifting toward cautious optimism. Analysts, commentators, and community leaders agree that the new denomination signals a late-stage implementation of Iraq's monetary reform strategy. Citizens and businesses alike are beginning to feel the practical effects: improved purchasing power, more accessible imports, and enhanced economic confidence. These early signs of reform foster national pride and optimism. At the center of Iraq's economic revival stands Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani, whose leadership has coordinated currency stability, regional trade expansion, and digital transparency. This triad reinforces long-term stability, economic opportunity, and systemic accountability.